Hello and welcome everyone to another video here on my channel. Today I'm going to show you the deck that I used to climb to Mythic on the first day in around 7 hours and 20 minutes. It was a homebrew, super fun to play, and yeah, you should really check out this video. It is definitely a deck that you will not expect, and these are the kind of decks you want to play in the ladder if you climb. You want to have a deck that has fast games, that works against many decks, that has some angles, and I think this deck has it all. So definitely check it out, and here we go. Let's have a look at some win rates here. Overall a 71% win rate deck. It took me 7 hours, 26 minutes and 17 seconds. I had some unlucky games, but I mean overall you try to reach for like a 70% deck. This is a really fast deck, so I could play many games. And yeah, the matchups, I mean, we definitely crushed Mono Red, which was one of our main goals here with a deck like this. The control matchup was usually kind of good. Mono Green also quite fine. The hardest matchup was the Boros Burn, mainly because they had really a lot of removal, and I think I misplayed one or twice. But yeah, Cauldron also got me. Every time I play against Cauldron, I feel like I'm on the draw. But yeah, it was still really good. The Orzhov matchup, though, I think is actually doable. All you need is a flyer, and the last game I had was actually against Orzhov, and it worked out exactly that way. Play 2 times to get the artifact deck. Every time, like 1 damage off and on the draw. But yeah, other than that, I mean, you can see, like, the deck is super consistent. It does what it does. I changed some cards here at the other version before. But yeah, I think on the draw having 64% win rate, I think is quite nice. This deck has so many little things to do, and I think I will go more in detail after this. I just wanted to show you guys like some of these games and some of these matchups here. And this video probably has a bit of a more talk here, the way I would play it, the way I play it. Yeah, really cool deck. Super fun to play, and it definitely gets people off guard. Okay, let's have a look at the deck here. This is Jeskai Pain. Yeah, this is the deck I used to climb. I call it Jeskai Pain even though it has only 1 red card. And this is Pain for All. A card from Edge of Eternity, an enchantment aura at 3 mana. And enchant creature you control. When this aura enters, enchanted creature deals damage equal to its power to any other target. Whenever enchanted creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each opponent. If you read this card, it basically requires you to have creatures, and they should be strong. Obviously, the card that comes to your mind is something like a bunny, right? Regal Bunnicorn. At 2 mana, star. Regal Bunnicorn's power and toughness are each equal to the number of non-land permanents you control. So this card can of course be really big if you have many permanents. And we need to support that. And the way we support it is we have 12 1-drops that give you an additional card. For example, we have the Novice Inspector here, a 1 mana 1/2 creature. When this enters, investigate. So we create a clue token. Then we have the Spyglass Siren here, a 1 mana 1/1 flyer. When this enters, we create a map token. And then we also have the Stormchaser's Talent, which is a 1 blue. When this enters, we create a red and blue otter creature with prowess. So here we have already 12 cards that give us that additional card to make a Bunnicorn stronger. If we drop one of these cards turn 1, we will get a 3/3 bunny turn 2, which is already really impressive, and it can just grow from there. We also play, of course, different permanent cards. For example, we play the Short Mage Rescue, which is one of our protection spells, and it's also aura. It's a 1 white with flash. Enchanted creature control. As long as this aura enters this turn, enchanted creature has hexproof, and enchanted creatures get +1/+1. We need some ways to protect our creatures, right? Not just the Bunnicorn, but in general, we need to protect our creatures. This is a really cheap way to protect them. We also have another protection spell as a 2-of the Restoration Magic, a card from Final Fantasy, a 1 mana instant here. It has tiered for 0 extra cure. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Cura is 1 extra. Target permanent gets hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. Gain 3 life. And then for 4 extra permanents you control, gain hexproof and indestructible and you gain 6 life. The reason why I play this is especially because of the indestructible clause, because shard makes rescue only gets hexproof. And yeah, this, I don't even know how many games this won me, way too many. Maybe you can run 3, depends what you face, right? In best of 1, you never know exactly what you face. Do some games, see what decks you face the most, and then just configure it a little bit. We have, of course, more permanents here. We have the Ethereal Armor here, a 1 mana Enchantment Aura, Enchant Creature. Enchanted Creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and has first strike. This one can make our little dudes really, really strong as well. And of course, if you equip this on a Bunnicorn, it gets even crazier. Then we also have 2 Into the Floodmaw here. This is something we especially want for like cages, but of course it can also help us in many situations. Into the Floodmaw, 1 mana, gift the tapped fish, return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. If the gift was promised, instead return target non-land permanent an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Super versatile, also works great with the prowess, of course. We have 4 instant spells here, and you need some instant spells, so the second level of this card actually is effective at some point, where you can pay 4 and then this becomes level 2, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And I really cycled into the Floodmaw once, like 2 or 3 times, while I had 2 of them, and that just won me a game as well. Many hands lead to wins in this type of deck, which I really like. Then the Regal Bunnicorn doesn't have fly, doesn't have trample. So we need a way to give this some evasive. And here we have the Feather of Flight, which is a 2 mana enchantment aura, flash. Enchanted creature, when this aura enters, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has flying. So here we have a way to give our Bunnicorn flying, or any other creature we want, of course. Then we also play the Sheltered by Ghosts. This is a must-have, I think, in most decks that run white and are aggressive, especially in best of 1. As a 2 mana enchantment aura, enchanted creature control. When this aura enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Until this aura leaves the battlefield, enchanted creature gets +1/+0 and has lifelink and Ward 2. Ward 2 and lifelink, both really good. Ward 2 especially against control. Lifelink is really good against most aggressive decks. And yeah, this on a Bunnicorn that's maybe like an 8/8 gives you a lot of life. Then also what's really nice about Sheltered by Ghost is, if you use Pain for All on a creature that has Sheltered by Ghost, you get the life too. So that's really nice, right? And as you can see, we run many enchantments, and this deck doesn't really have something to draw cards. So we also run 3 entity trackers here, which is a 3 mana 2/3 flash with Eerie. Whenever an enchantment you control enters, and whenever you fully unlock a room, draw a card. We don't play rooms, we play many enchantments, and yeah, draws you a lot of cards. Also really nice, it's flash, which is really important against control matchups. The mana base is quite simple here. We have this 4 Sacred Foundries, we play Virtues, and we have the Towns, because you really want to make sure you have this. We play more islands here because we have all the Virtues, and the Virtues are planes first. And one of planes here, in case you need it. Yeah, so the deck, as you can see, has a lot of synergies. And I just want to give you some tips if you want to play this. So let's say we play against a mono red deck, which I was like 8-1, right? Against a mono red deck, your main win con is usually a Bunnicorn that survives. So if you play any 1-drop and then you have a Bunnicorn turn 2, don't do that. A bunny is a 3/3 creature. If they have the lightning strike at that point, your Bunnicorn dies and it's basically over. Yeah, what you want to do is you want to play your other cards first and make sure Bunnicorn is a 4/4, or you have a rescue or restoration magic on hand. This is really important. And of course, Sheltered by Ghosts on a bunny later on makes it almost impossible for the opponent to even catch up. If they play Nemesis, this is your priority target, right? But let's say they draw it later, you can still give your Bunnicorn flying, which is really nice. Also, don't forget that this has flash. Sometimes they try to attack you, and you can flash this in on your creature and block the bird, which is also nice. And don't forget, the Ethereal Armor gives first strike, and these two in combination can be really powerful against mono red. So this is the main thing you want to do against mono red. That's the main thing. And of course you have to be a bit careful with your lands here, because they do damage, right? You have town here and you have the foundry. So see what your hand is, but these are like the basic tips, right? Like with this, you're already quite good. Also, Restoration Magic can give you life, right? Don't forget that as well. But yeah, this is the main strategy against something like mono red. Against control, you want to have one of the, like, if preferable, 2 creatures out. Maybe let's say like a Siren and a Talent. And you just keep attacking with those. What you not want to do is you don't want to overcommit on the board and then just die to a board wipe. That's not something what you want to do. Preferably, you have, of course, Entity Tracker on hand, also protection spells. And you try to make sure that your 2 or 3 creatures just survive. Most likely 2 creatures just survive. If they have a board wipe and you cannot deal with it, play the Entity Tracker, play your armor, attack, draw, and it's pretty simple. You just don't want to overcommit against any type of control deck. There's also a way that you put opponent this low because they wait. They don't want to like just use one spell for like 1 creature or 2 little creatures. They wait as well. And sometimes if they tap out and you have like a Bunnicorn and you still have some permanents, you finish it off with Pain for All in that turn. That I did many times as well. So against control, play your creatures, attack, keep cards in your hand, and just let them use and just tap out their mana so you can do your things later, because you have cards with flash, which is usually really helpful. Against mono green, it's similar to mono red, the landfall deck. You have to be a bit careful about the Snakeskin Whale. The best thing to do is have something that flies. Of course, make sure that the Tifa and the Hydra are somewhat gone off the field. You have the Floodmaw, you have the Ghosts, maybe Pain for All can go there as well. But yeah, a Bunny can block really well. You want to have it flying and just go over any target with the ethereal armor, and this you win, and this way you win. You saw also in the statistics I won against many green decks. Mono black, just rescue and magic, it's just so powerful. I think you just run over it. There's not much I have to say. Again, similar to mono red there, just have a protection spell against their removal spell with the Bunnicorn. Demir midrange, also similar. You play many creatures, they don't like that because they want to try to bring in Kaita, you make sure they don't. And once you have a Bunny and you protect it, especially with Sheltered by Ghosts, hard time for them. Had a really good matchup there. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Then Cauldron, you don't see that much in best of 1. It's a bit more tricky, but of course you want to just prevent the combo to happen, and that's mainly your goal, and you may be explosive enough to deal the finishing blow. Also then you maybe face Sephiroth. Sephiroth is quite similar to mono green. You want to make sure that you have a flying card, because they don't really have a flyer, they only have the 1/1 creature. If they sacrifice it, then they get the 1/1 insect token that flies, and that's like your main idea. You want to have like a Siren here, or like a Bunnicorn with flying, and just buff these cards and just go in. And also make sure that you have a protection spell in case they have the 2 mana Orzhov card where they can sacrifice and kill something. This is actually the way I won the last game. They tried to do that and I used the Restoration Magic on the Bunny and then finish it off next turn. But yeah, there's so many matchups, right? Jeskai Artifact, that's probably the hardest matchup. Usually what you want to do is similar to Control. When you play it similar to Control, don't overcommit because of the cages. You have bounces for the cages. You have Sheltered by Ghosts, but the Bay is the problem, right? They just reuse it. But I didn't face it that much. So yeah, I think 2 times I was like 1 damage off with Pain for All and I was on the draw. Yeah, that matchup is a bit tricky, but you cannot have a perfect deck, right? Of course, there's also other decks, Sultai, so many, you saw on the list, right? Like Boros, all these kind of decks. But I think I summed it up quite well, how I play this against most type of decks, and I hope this helped you guys. This is a bit of a longer intro than I usually do. I just wanted to help you a little bit, like maybe you want to try this out. I try to upload this video as soon as I can, and you can try it out, and it was super fun to play. And yeah, here's some games for you to watch, and if you like my comment, if you like my video, if you like what I do, feel free to comment, subscribe and like. I also have a Discord. I share this list in my Discord quite early today, so the people in my Discord knew what I'm playing, and I always updated my win rate, and people ask me about it. So feel free to try my Discord. You will be in touch with the newest decks and the things I play. And yeah, with no further ado, enjoy the games. The mice. A deck I want to play too. We have creatures, and we have the Bunnicorn, which is nice as well. So let's see how we're gonna play this. Again, Bunnicorn, dangerous against red and black without protection. This is black, for example. You would like... This is actually quite interesting. What I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna drop another Inspector here. We will not attack. If we draw a land, we're in a good position. They will hit themselves now with the Cecil here, which is okay for me. Could have used Sheltered here, but you don't want to do it. It protects the card quite well, though. Okay, they decide not to do that. Not happy with this draw. If I play Sheltered, they have a removal, it's bad. So we're gonna pass here and maybe actually have to draw. I still want to have protection up. We do need to find a land here. If they want to destroy one of my Inspector, go for it, opponent. Okay, we did find a land, which is quite good. So now we have the option to play this. They could have a counter here, of course, but we're still going for it. And they don't have the counter, which is good for us. We will not attack here. So now they will shoot the removal here. Now they need 2 removals. So if they don't have another removal, they will have a big problem. And them waiting this long just gives me a feeling they do not have a removal. They maybe just have a Kaito here. Yeah, makes sense. Totally fair. They're scared, of course. Okay, really good card. We want to still make sure our bunny is the strong one here. We're gonna get this little guy, and then we attack the Kaito. And we still have protection up. And we have Pain for All, which is huge. So their board is clean. This also has War 2 now, which makes it even harder. Makes it even harder. They could try to find a way to get rid of it with a Drown or 2. But hey, all good for me. We're gonna attack here first. They do not have the Reef yet. And we're gonna play the Siren here. We still have a protection spell up. Gives us more permanence. Bunnicorn is already really, really big. And can be lethal as well. We also have a flying option here. But we should not rush it. No need to rush. Absolutely no need to rush. We just keep our rescue up. It's the most important thing. And yeah, have to make sure that we don't run into Reef. So this is the option that we have to use the flight. Yeah, the Reef is 4, so still have to use the flight here. Cannot tap anything. We're gonna use it here. It's a lot of damage. They cannot protect with the other card there. And then we just go in with our flying creatures. So we already put them on a really, really low level 5. While still have protection up. They need flyer, and they need many cards to deal with many cards of me now. Which is not easy. If they do not have a removal here and do not have a flyer, it's already over, right? If they attack with Cecil, I will block for 1 mana less for Kaito. Okay, that's fine. I did not see a dragon coming here, I can tell you that. Now you have to pay the ward. But it doesn't matter. We were prepared. So this is the way you protect the bunny, right? Against demon mid-range. It's similar against mono black too, but this is the way we do it here. And yeah, GG. Abstract Artifact. Played so many times against this person. Here we go. They know what I play. It helps. It helps for sure. I think it's quite even. I think I lost many games against Abstract Artifacts. It's like one of that persons that blocked me quite a lot in my journey to the top. They do run the artifact deck, so I have to be careful. Okay, flooding is not good. Flooding doesn't help me. Doesn't really help me. Counter? It's so interesting. And I'm flooding big time. Damn. Okay, stock up coming through. Perfect stock up position as well. Okay, no now what do you want to do? If you just draw lands, you just draw lands. Abstract Artifact, if you watch this video, we had some really cool games, man. But this is not one of those. This is not one of those. You can have it back. I could... I don't have another option. Like, I have only lands in hand. If they have bot wipe, they have bot wipe. This way I'm protected from spells. Which is good enough for me. I really have only lands in hand. Like, I have to do something, right? Every time I play against him, I just flood. Or like, what is this? Guys, I'm sorry. I try to showcase this, but it somehow doesn't work the way I want. Yeah, I mean, guys, as you see, no matter what deck you play, it doesn't matter what deck you play. This can happen to anyone. Like, you can just straight up flood. That's it, right? Like, there's no 100% win rate. You have to be realistic, right? Like, you have games where you flood, you have games where you screw, you have games where you just lose, maybe you punt once or twice. But the main goal is to have a deck where you can play many games. And if I would climb right now, I would already scoop here to go to the next game. So that's like the main thing to do. You just want to just keep them going, over and over, right? That's like the main idea. And as you can see, like, it's not helping. If you just draw lands, then you just draw lands, right? Of course, opponent doesn't know that. But this is how it looks for me when I, like, yeah. But yeah, I don't think in this position we have any cards that can give us anything. Probably the best card is the Talent, which is already bad enough. Already bad enough here. Like, what do you want to have, right? Like, we just draw lands. I mean, it gives us a draw, technically, right? So, why not? Why not? Why not? We have to use it now as well, otherwise they use the toss and I don't even get that draw, which is bad too. Hey, something... Okay. The main problem with this card is they can seam rip me. And then, yeah. the tosser come in. But like there's at this position, if you don't have pressure on board against the blue-white deck, right? You basically play lands. You play a ramp here in a deck. So we drew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands in the top 15 cards, which is quite heavy. It's quite heavy. And yeah, good game. I'm just drawing lands. Yeah, this can happen, guys. I will let this game in the video so you can all see every deck has its thing where you cannot win the game. It's part of Magic. Yo, Auntie. This is one of those weird hands where we don't have a 1-drop and we can only play the bunny quite late. We don't have permanents as well, but we're on the draw, so you could technically keep it. Because the hand has protection for bunny and you have a pain for all, which is quite good. I think I can try this. If we draw a 1-drop here, which we have 12, and you have 8% for each, so 24% chance to find it is good enough for me. 24 is good enough for me, so we go for it. Sometimes, like as I said, you can mull here, yeah, you can mull, but getting that extra draw with this high percentage, I think is fine. I think it's fine. You can also draw like a bounce spell or anything if they're aggressive. So yeah. Sometimes you have to keep certain hands like this as well. And either it pays off or it doesn't pay off. But this is a hand I always keep when I climb. It didn't pay off here, which is okay. They have a starting time, we don't know really what's going on yet as well. But we cannot play bunny turn 2. That's just no way. You cannot just drop it. Rapid! Okay, we play rabbits too. Against rabbits, you could technically play bunny turn 2. Okay, that's quite interesting. Because they don't really have a way. So their deck usually runs something like Sheltered by Ghost, right? And them playing this here means to me that they don't really have, so it's probably just a creature, like I think it's a 2-1 and a 1-1 here. If they have a removal spell, I will be big time shocked though. Yeah, something like this, right? That makes the most sense. So this is a problem, right? We do not like this. And here we do not attack. They need 3 attacking creatures. I assume they have a Sheltered by Ghost in hand. This is where we get them with the rescue. If they do not have that in hand, then okay. They maybe have a creature. It's a pretty strong one. It's a pretty strong one, not easy to deal with. Okay. Another rabbit, but again, they cannot attack yet there. So maybe we get a trade here, which it would be nice. We have to use it because we need to get rid of their cards, which is the thing here. We need to get rid of the mentor right now. It's so funny that I did a huge mistake. I just realized it. You heard me how quiet I was? Oh my god. Why didn't they... Okay, they maybe thought I have another spell here. Mind gamed them without realizing. Sometimes this happens. So we have blocks now. I cannot... Oh guys, guys, you have to understand. I literally played for 7.5 hours. Which is not really nice. Okay. They can solve this. Okay, pretty good. We don't care about that one. That auto tapper here is super annoying. Yeah, you have to manually tap here, so we have double restoration up. Could still not attack because I need double restoration up, like I said before. So that's frustrating. That is definitely frustrating. They are looking for a way to solve that case, and also they're looking for a way to get rid of my bunny. They cannot attack here, which is still good for me. Still good for me. I wish I had an attack there, but I also don't want them to solve this. There's no way they attack here, so that's good for me. That's a really good draw. This gives me an attack, which is a lot of damage. And I want to smooth my draw here. I do want to smooth my draw. I don't mind if this gets 1-, this maybe gets 1+. And we're going to keep this. Even if they want to attack here, they cannot. The bunny is a 7/6. I was still like, oh my god, like I was sleeping there for a second. But I wanted to get that video out today, so I have to do it. But it still showcased that it's quite a strong deck. This is a really interesting early turn though. I would definitely be more scared, but we have 2 restoration magic. I feel quite safe with my bunny, and I also have a Into the Floodmore here that I can access with the talent, and also restoration magic as well. So I feel in a good position. An opponent not feeling in a good position. So they maybe rope me here. I don't know. The Alt F4 is strong too. No, they go for it. That is an interesting card. Okay, okay. That changes things. Many big creatures. Many big creatures. Here we try to get traits with the restoration magic. Is the main idea to get traits with the restoration magic? Because they are scared, right? They have to be scared, so they maybe go for a double block next turn. I play talent. They're on 10 life. They could think, yeah, maybe attack. Could think so. Put me a bit lower, but then they have to sacrifice the mentor. They know I have a talent there. They don't know what I have on hand. So the calculation there, and they take 2 damage from my Siren, so they are forced to block. I should not be able to die next turn. And they cannot attack yet. But yeah, talent it is. Again, guys, I had a long session. So if I don't play perfect, it is what it is. Here we force blocks, right? Preferably we get 2. We have, like, they are scared. They have to block here. If that's that's perfect for me. That is like what I'm looking for, actually. That's like what I'm looking for here. Like getting a decent double block here. Getting these 2. Maybe they go for a triple block, which is fine too. We still go for a mentor here. We can get 3 life here, which is nice. So the indestructible again, super powerful. And then we want these 2. So again, this blocks them from using the case here. And they also take the damage and die. So when the deck does things and your brain doesn't even realize it anymore. But yeah. This is it. Another win. Weird game. Weird game. My brain is not functioning anymore, but weird game. This is a keepable hand. We don't have real protection for the bunny, but it's a keepable hand here. Depending how they play it, right? I still like having Sheltered by Ghost on the bunny. Like, if we managed this to pull this off, it's nice, but we also have the Ethereal Armor on the Spyglass, which is also really nice. So, hand is quite flexible, and Feather on Bunnicorn is also good. I like it. I do like it. I think it's a good hand. I think this is a good hand. Yeah, I have to say this card in best of one in like a shell like this is really powerful. I have to go with the starting town here. I have to go with starting town. We're on the draw, so let's see what we can do on the draw here. Let's try our best, of course. Let's try our best, of course. Okay, the auntie is thinking. It's just funny to say that name over and over. Okay, which land will it be? They know our deck since we just played before. Okay. Again, that deck doesn't have a lot of removal spell. Not that much. Has some, but not that much. Let's see how fast they can go. The main problem is the case where they can shoot. They can just... That's interesting. It's a really early one. Okay. Yeah, this is where we just drop the bunny. If they have the case, yeah, but just drop it. That's it. Just bring it out the gate. Get the banner here, which is fine. They maybe have the rabbit here too, the 2/1. I don't have a protection spell, but my Sheltered by Ghost is technically my protection spell. They are playing interesting. Okay. Okay. They keep this back. They already played their Sheltered by Ghost. So what I could do is I could get my Siren back, which I think is the play here, and then make my card bigger. I could also try to get the banner. Then they need another land. Well, it's interesting. I could also just play a second bunny here, which I think is actually the best play. Yeah, we pressure. Second bunny is the better play here. There are too many variables I'm not comfortable with. If they have a second shelter, this is probably the line that does the best for me. The case will not get me, so this is a really good target for me, of course. This is a really good target. And I have to target. So the way this looks is they give ++ here to be able to have attack, to get some life back. I could just block this too. Like, I think blocking here may be the best play. I mean, okay. No, we're gonna do like this. We're gonna get rid of that one there. They may have a protection spell though. So what we're gonna do here. Sheltered is good, yeah. That 5/5 is low-key scary. So there's not really a stop right now. So we're gonna diversify here a bit. We just swing for some damage. So we put them really low here, and we do have Feather of Flight in hand, which makes one of our bunnies flying now. So no matter how they deal with one of each bunny, we deal with it. I just want to say, who is the bunny deck here? Who is the real bunny deck? They have a frog. That's not a bunny. So even if they would have now a way to get rid of my bunny, I would lose 2 permanents. I will get 1 permanent back. They will heal though for 5. Okay, that's fine. We win the game. That's it. That's it. They can heal, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Yeah. They heal for 1 more extra here. It's a bit annoying, but it doesn't matter. They heal for 2 extra though. Yeah. If we draw a land, we win. So, even if we didn't draw the land, this would still be like enough damage, right? But just to showcase that this is how you play the bunnies. And then we go in, and the bunnies take over. Yeah, I mean, sequencing sometimes is quite important, but I think this game I managed to keep all my brain cells ready to sequence it correct. This is a good hand. We have strong bunny footer here, which we like to see. I do like to open up with Siren usually. Because it's the flyer. So we definitely do want to have that one. I cannot protect bunny right now anyways. There could be a case where we actually draw. If they have removal, it would be a bit annoying, but it's okay. If we get a removal out, I'm also happy. Okay, we got a removal out at least. Okay, we still got 2 permanents. 3 mana on their side. That's their Siren. Yeah. So now the problem, of course, is Kaito, right? Okay, they dropped that removal. Well, if they drop the removal there, and I know I have a bunny, right? But this is where we want to not get Kaito. Now our Inspector is strong. If they have the Behold card, then ouch, but other than that, we just go in like this. They don't have board wipes. They cannot really deal with the Inspector on 3 mana. So that's good for us. We have another armor we can drop on the Inspector, and yeah, a 4/4 lifelink War 2 first strike is hard to deal with. So yeah, that's how fast you can have a game. This is why we play this deck. Games fast, 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 right? And here we are. Yeah, that's a keep. How can you beat 94%? Huh? How is this even possible? How can you be 94% already? This is a bug, right? It has to be a bug. There is no way this is what's happening here. We're gonna try to get a land here. Okay, we're gonna drop this. We still have enough, but I want to pressure. If they play what I think is landfall green, we want to play it like this. We need to find removal, we need to find bounces, you know, all these kind of things. So we want to have a tracker, and then we want to draw with this one and maybe find something there. Because they can drop a Tifa here and they can just Tifa me, right? And that's not what we like to see. That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Okay, we already found a really important card here. Yeah, we just go in. We just go in. They will not trade this anyway. The way it looks like is they don't have a land. So they maybe not, or they just have too many of these, but because they dropped 1 turn 1/2. So the only downside here is the Snakeskin Whale, right? Because they have a Lano Elf. Okay, something totally different just dropping out here. But what do you wanna do? A Fenrir. Definitely did not calculate Fenrir here, turn 3. I can tell you that. To be fair, I don't care too much about the Fenrir. But if I can trade with the Fenrir, I still will do it. Okay. Some play fight spells, so we keep this up. That 1 extra damage is not worth it. But yeah, I go tracker heavy now. Because I'm really scared of potential snakeskins. So I need to find... That is... If they don't have a land now... Okay, I just wanted to say, if they don't have a land here, then wow. And... Let's see if it's jumped to the end. It doesn't jump to the end. They don't attack yet. And now it jumped to the end. So it jumped to the end there. Which means... that they do not have an answer. So we're gonna pump the flyer here. Now we know they don't have a snakeskin will. Because of that tell there, right? So here we want to make sure we get rid of the Hydra. If they have it, then they clicked faster than the lights. But here we go. They didn't have it. We do have the flight option here as well. It's probably the most damage keep up protection. I kinda like this play. And then we just draw 3 cards again, and like double tracker is ridiculous, of course. We also have Bunny plus Pain for All if we ever want to do that, but yeah. Our Bunny right now with itself is a 9/9. So Bunny plus Pain for All is lethal. These 2 cards are lethal. So there's no card that actually can get us, except they drop now black and then they somehow have a board wipe, which I don't know of. Yeah. I don't know how can you get to 94% though. Like, I'm absolutely confused about this. Like, that one makes me really like, what's going on? Like, I cannot follow it. I cannot follow it. So we have to think though, right? They could have a fight spell. They could have a fight spell. So Bunny and... Okay. They tap out. So, everything I'm just saying, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think for the style point here, we're actually gonna do it. Because this is what the deck does, right? You play this. And then Pain for All. To the face. Drawing cards as well, 10 damage. While drawing 2 cards. And yeah, this is what the deck does. I think I could showcase quite well here. Cool game. Well, it is you, huh? Alright, hello. Okay. Let's see what we face here. Maybe he plays the same deck. I posted it in my Discord. We have a Foundry. Okay, so in the case of Foundry, we do wanna... It's a bit different here. So... it's quite tricky. I do want to push the max damage here. If they have the removal spell, yeah, but if it's a burn deck, they have a hard time with a 6/6. We don't know exactly what type of deck it is. If they have Get Lost, then yeah, but this is a 4/4 first strike, which is already quite heavy to deal with. And Lizard. Okay, a Lizard it is. We definitely can drop a Bunny here. just go in. We have 2 big threats now on the board, which is quite hard to deal with. And we can make one of them flying next turn. I still have a Restoration Magic on my hand as well. What are we facing here? If I draw a land and it's white, it's most likely over. Okay, the doll. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Max damage, we have to go for it. So we're gonna pump our Bunnicorn here and force them a block from the lizard. And then we get 2 damage in with this as well. Well, sometimes all you need is to draw, right? And there we go. That's how fast this can be. GG. Mike W28. Okay, Mike. We go first. We have to mulligan. Can keep. Have to get rid of this one. And then we see what they play. We get a 1-2 with protection and bounce, which is okay. But yeah, of course, dropping a card there is not fun. Blue is fine by us. We're gonna attack first. Okay, we don't see a bounce, which is good. Now, if we can stick this card, it's okay. Yeah, now what we're gonna do is we just keep attacking. We don't have to do anything, we just keep attacking here and try to protect our bunny. That's basically what it is. And here you want to do the rescue mage. No, here you want to do the restoration, because you could get a draw spell and I want to keep it that way. We can also do this, but I don't think we really need the life right now. And I want to keep 1 blue up. If they have double removal, so be it. They run the Bitter Triumph, which is already interesting. Okay, so yeah, we could have done 1 more damage the other way around. You're gonna see what we're gonna do next. Okay, so their deck usually doesn't have... Here we're gonna play this. Their deck usually doesn't have a board wipe earlier on. Only turn 6. Loki regrets not doing it the other way around, but what do you want to do? Okay, we have to accept this. Probably should have done it the other way around. But sometimes, especially when I maul, I'm a bit scared. I land? Okay. So what we can do here is... we can try to finish this game, right? We can attack here first, or we can play it first. I like to attack first here. It just feels better, because we already have lethal. So now we have to think, right? If they have a counter, they have a counter. I played this bad, actually. Should have done that first to get the extra damage in. Maybe they play a removal spell. Nope. This is a bad game of me. I play for 7 hours and my brain is not functioning really anymore. So, just to clarify, should have been the other way around. If they have the board wipe, they have the board wipe. We will pay for it. If they have removal, so be it. Can still win the game from this, depending what we draw. If they not have another removal, of course. Okay, we're still surviving. We have many win cons. That's not one of it. So in this case, we're gonna get the card back. We do have bounce, so we're gonna get this one. I played this bad, guys, I'm sorry. After like 7 hours playing, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Okay, it looks like we still managed to get it, but yeah. They make a token. We bounce the token. Have the 2 power and the protection, and that's GG. Yeah, sometimes, you know, play it bad, still get the W. But yeah, definitely did not do well, but hey, it's a win. At least I recognize my mistakes. It's been a long, long run. Okay, here we are. Some cool games. I could showcase what this deck can do. Of course, I cannot find every matchup because I recorded this after I hit number 1. I had to eat something, you know, rest a bit. 7.5 hours playing is still a lot. Your brain at one point is not really functioning anymore. So I didn't play optimal in all the games, and I'm sorry for that. But I hope you may be gonna try out this deck. It is really cool. It is really powerful. It especially like these type of decks get the opponent off guard. Like they are not prepared for Painfall at all. Like this card is something you cannot play around, right? Like when I play against decks and I see certain cards, I make assumptions, right? And with these assumptions, you try to play, right? And sometimes, of course, you should slam it and not always overthink, which is kind of like what I do sometimes. But yeah, these type of cards are really surprising, and it's super fun to play, of course. And the deck overall has a really strong foundation for best of 1, and I think this type of deck can bring you to Mythic fast. If you want to play many games, right, many games with this type of deck, then that's the way. That's the way. If you want to go fast, if you just want to climb and your goal is to be Mythic, play a deck like this. If you want to have fun, I have multiple videos and multiple decks on my channel. You can try out all these decks. Last season I went with blue-white control after Edge of Eternity dropped, and yeah, I think it took me maybe like 9 to 10 hours there. Yeah, which is longer because of control. Yeah, I think 10 hours actually. But yeah, the deck was super powerful too. But this is more like something that is done fast, and I really had a fun time playing my own brew here to number 1. And hopefully you liked the video. I tried my best, really. I don't know, I have to cut this after, and it's still the first day, right? And I have to do a thumbnail, everything myself. So I would really appreciate it if you could support me, and the best way to do that is leave a like, subscribe, you can comment as well, and let me know what is the deck you are actually playing to climb to Mythic, or if there's any deck you want to see that I didn't try out, any cards I didn't try out. And you can always come to Discord. I dropped this deck in my Discord earlier on. I always kept up the win rate. So yeah, definitely a reason to join. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you all next time, and good night, good day, where we are. Bye everyone.